Yes, Chairman and honorable members, the accumulated 11 million, it is the previous debt, not the current one. So it is still in our books, despite the area currently being served by Murang'A Water. So the previous debts is in our books, but currently Murang'A Hospital is really paying to Murang'A Water.
Murang'A Water.
Chair, I must say that there is a lot of improvement in terms of settling of debts, including historical debts. And as the MD of Murang'A Water, I serve in both towns, Maragua and Murang'A town, and I can say that there is improvement in debts, and currently they are paying to reduce the historical debt.
You see, now you've taken us to another query. You've taken us to another query about encroachment on each other's stuff. Encroachment of water service area between the two companies. Anyway, that one will come to it later. Honorable members, Senator Mbogwa.
Maybe I just want a clarification on what the two water bodies through the governor are doing on these debts which were ceded from one company to the other. Because the companies are there, I can see there is a figure of almost 17 million. I think it was ceded to Murang'A by Maragua.
Chair.
Proceed.
Yes, Chair. Maybe I may want to seek clarification from, I think, basically all the MDs on the place of deposits when a customer is being connected. And I ask this because of this accumulated debt, Chair. Of course, we have used Tagatamadi as a case study in this particular issue of accumulated debt. And it was the submission by the governor that there is a policy of disconnecting customers after failing to pay for 3 consecutive months, I believe. But what exactly is the place of the deposit that a customer pays before they are connected? Because it should be sufficient to cover a bill of about 3 months. So that is something, Chair, that has not come out clearly. And second, Chair, I think I want to support my former Vice Chair in education, that educational institutions should actually not fail to pay water bills. And I say that as an educationist, because the needy institutions, Chair, are public, especially public secondary, private day secondary schools, which of course do not incur huge bills. Boarding secondary schools should not, give as a reason failure by government to remit capitation, because we know capitation runs to about 22,000 Chair per annum. And they are allowed, about another 30-something thousand. So I think, and I want to advise this as an educationist, if a boarding public school has not paid its water bill, disconnect. The students will put pressure on the administration, and they will pay that debt immediately. So please, next time, don't tell us about, boarding schools. We can discuss day schools, but boarding schools that have not unpaid bills, of course, they are refusing to pay. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, Governor, you can respond to the two senators. And then I think we make progress.
Senator Bobo, on that issue, I think I will engage the two MDs to find an amicable way to settle that issue of the intercompany settlement agreement. On the comment by our Senator Nyutu, I think we have heard, and that's noted. Thank you.
You know, Governor, just like the payable query, the receivable query, it is recurring. It is recurring, and I think you need to also put an eye on it so that the level of receivables goes down. Because if you provide water and you are not able to get your money, then you'll get into problems of going concern. You can see some of the companies have an issue of going concern because they are not able to maintain profitability, and also their working capital is headed into the negative. So I think that will be very important. Moving forward, we will be expecting that you will look at that and reduce the receivables further. The next query, Auditor.
Thank you, Chair. The next query is on revenue water, and it touches on two.
Okay, on this one, because we have dealt with it so many times, okay, we'll adapt the written responses as given. Just indicate the figures for each of the companies, and maybe you can tell us the previous figures so that we can see whether there is any improvement or not.
Well-guided, Chairs. So the next issue was touching on customer deposit and Katanga water. Katanga water.
A report of Water General on Gatanga Water and Sanitation Company. They had a qualified opinion. So the paragraph is on unsupported refundable deposits and prepayments. The statement of financial position reflects Kenya shillings 16,400,000